As the conflict between Russia and Ukraine continues, political questions continue on whether Putin will invade or not. And meanwhile, Americans wonder how this crisis could directly affect the U.S. Here's Jackie Elson.
President Biden strongly believes Russian President Vladimir Putin will invade Ukraine. But Putin says he doesn't plan to invade and demands the U.S. and NATO not allow Ukraine to join the alliance. So one question U.S. citizens have is how this crisis might directly and indirectly affect the country, and if the U.S. will intervene.
There is that struggling narrative, right, about who should be responsible, because we can't abandon Ukraine, of course, and if we do too much, then people think we're being aggressive and trying to provoke a conflict with Putin.
A professor from Northwest Missouri State University specializing in international relations explains what ways we could see the impact here in the States as this conflict continues.
Russia is a major exporter of oil and natural gas. So Russia sells 3/4 of its natural gas to Europe. So what happens in Ukraine could affect prices for natural gas in the United States or even oil prices at the pump. But there's even other things too. Russia's the world's largest exporter of wheat, and Ukraine is the fourth largest exporter of wheat.
Taylor says the Biden administration has already worked to reassure our allies.
We know that the Biden administration has been providing arms to Ukraine. We know that we've begun moving troops into our NATO partners in Eastern Europe to, reassure our allies that if Russia goes into Ukraine, we are going to honor our obligations.
Hesse adds that both Russia and Ukraine appear to be on the same page about one thing.
I think one thing is that there seems to be a desire by most parties to use diplomacy, and that is a positive.
Taylor says Putin's next steps are hard to determine.
Putin is such an enigma to us. For all the times that we have been interacting with him, we don't understand him very well. They often say he's what's the expression, a riddle wrapped in a mystery, wrapped in an enigma, right? We just don't know him.
Reporting in St. Joseph, Jackie Elson, KQ2 News.